Hello, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. As you can see, my face, I'm beat up, messed up. No, I was not in a fight. No, I wasn't. I wasn't fighting for a woman or anything like that. I wasn't. I didn't get beat up for no reason at all or anything like that. Or the cops beat me up for eating a red light. No, nothing. It's not none of that stuff. I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't get into a fight. I didn't get into no quarrel with no man or woman, whatever. Um, This is just, I'm just sharing this video so you could see what happens when you are driving a scooter, an electric scooter. It could be 12 miles an hour up to 90 miles an hour. They're very good. They're very efficient. I take mine from work, from home to work and back home. Sometimes I go downtown San Antonio. Sometimes I go to other places, maybe like 20, 30 miles away. And mine has like 60-mile range. And I can go up to 58, sometimes 60 miles an hour. And what happened to me, I think it was Monday. I had the day off. So I had to go see a doctor. I had to go see my doctor for my leg. So I messed up my leg getting on top of my scooter. I don't know, I twisted it. I must have pulled a muscle somewhere. I must have got on top of my scooter the wrong way with my wrong leg, the right way. I don't know. I don't know if there's a right way to get on the scooter. All I know that I always use my right leg first, and sometimes it depending which side I'm at. But I think this time instead of putting my right leg up first, I twisted myself by putting my left leg up first, and then I caught on, and then I let go, and I put on my right leg, and that's when my left leg twisted by my cuff, It went like that, and I said, "Oh," and I was in freaking pain. I received like an electricity go right through my calf, whatever. And I looked back and I thought somebody shot me or somebody hit me with something, because that's the first thing that comes to your mind. So I went home with pain, a lot of pain. The next day I went to the doctor. That was, I think it was Sunday. I forgot when was it. I know I went to work Sunday evening, afternoon, and then it happened. It must have happened Monday. I forgot when did it happen. I just forgot. I forgot. I literally forgot. All I know that, yeah, it happened Monday. And then Tuesday I went to the doctor, and they did they did something. They did a ultrasound, and they didn't find nothing. So far so good. Thank God. Amen. And I think Wednesday I went to the ultrasound, and my boss gave me 2 days off. Had to get back to work Thursday. And what happened, the reason why I got my face like this is my first time in my entire life, in my entire career of jumping around like a crazy nut. Believe me, I used to jump from roof to roof back in the days. You're talking 3 floors, 4 floors down to the other building. I used to be a crazy kid when I was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I was a nut. I used to run on top of trains while they're moving. I'm talking about freight trains, not regular trains for people. Freight trains over there in Johnson Avenue in Brooklyn by Bushwick. Everybody know there's a train yard back there. And I used to get on top of those trains, and I used to jump across to the other train while the train is moving. Look how dangerous this is. We were kids and we were nuts. And I never had this. I never had one of these. And I used to jump, like I said, roof after roof, jump on top of roof, whatever. and do a lot of crazy things. I used to have a chopper like 6 feet tall. I was 6 feet tall. And never in my life I get one of these pains, one of these shocks in my face. And I'm just sharing this video as to express, to let you guys know, you people, you guys that are riding scooters, be very, very careful. It's not a joke. It's nice. Pressing a little button like that, this with the finger. Some of them you go like this, some of them you go like this. And it's nice. I love it. I freaking go 60 miles an hour, man. I make it to my house, and I make 6 miles. In 6 miles from my job to my house, I make it in less than 15 minutes, going 60 miles an hour. On my TFI Gallup K8. Cost me $1,100, but now it's worth $1,500. It's a very good motorcycle. I gotta fix one of the lights, and I gotta change the brake pads soon, because I think I hear like a funny noise. Anyway, all I want to say, I'm not here to put you down, anything like that. You got the right to drive all you want. What happened to me Monday, it must have been like 4 o'clock. All those students were coming out of school. You talk about teenagers. So I was in Reed Road going into Military Drive, going west. And there were cars on my left that they were in a stop sign. So I hurry up a little bit just to beat them, to make a right. And as soon as I made that right, I took off. And this kid came out of no freaking where. And I forgot how in the world I wound up in the floor. I hit my face on the ground. I kissed the floor with my forehead, my nose, everything. Like that. Bam! I hit the floor so hard. I thought I died. I said, I think I'm going to lose my brain or something. I'm going to go see now, from now on. It was terrible. So because of my glasses, I got this. My glasses, they broke. I just bought them. Anyway. And the ambulance came and they looked at me and they said, "Oh, you okay?" So I went home and I created my own Band-Aid, but still I was bleeding. Blood was still coming down little by little. And I clean. And finally, I told my niece, "Listen, I gotta go to urgent care. I gotta go get this thing done." I went last night, and they gave me 2 stitches, and that was it. The guys were phenomenal. They were good. These 2 guys. The guy that did the thing, he was phenomenal. The other guy was also nice. Cool. They treated me like a king, man. I thank God for these people. They're beautiful people. I'm just saying, you scooter people that you drive scooters, very, very dangerous. You gotta know how to keep it under control with the speed, the brakes. Because 4 months ago, when I got this bike, I was getting used to it with the accelerator and the brakes. And I was in 1604 in military, going back home. I'm gonna tell you right now, I got so scared to death that it must have been God that put the brakes. I'm telling you, I could have been dead right now. I won't be here. I pressed the accelerator. Oh my God, this is scary. I put the accelerator on and my bike jumped against the coming traffic from my left. And these guys were going fast. Right in the nick of time, like that, I pulled the brakes real quick. It must have been the Lord. I tell you, I could have been dead. Another time, somebody almost ran me over. Another person trying to run me over from the back. Be very careful. There's a lot of people out there that don't understand scooters. One lady, she was pissed off at me when I was in the bike lane, where you could also ride a scooter to there. That's my right. I could ride to there. Nobody that can tell me nothing. Not even the cops. And this lady started picking on me, blowing the horn on me. I said, damn. She followed me all the way to Potranco. From Military, Richmond Hill, all the way to Potranco. And when I got there, she was coming right behind me. She went, hey, you son of a bitch. You better watch out. You better take it easy. You're going to kill yourself. And I told the lady, I pulled back. I said, lady, what's your problem? I'm in my right. I'm in the bike lane. What do you want? Anyway, guys, everybody, there's a lot of Karens out there that don't understand nothing about scooters. They think the road belongs to them. So anyway, I'm just saying, as a good friend, please, don't let this happen to you. It hurts like hell. And me, it didn't hurt that much. But now all this came out this morning. This morning I woke up like this, with all this. Just be careful, please. Learn to control that thing, especially the accelerator and the brakes. You can get confused. I get confused all the time with the freaking accelerator and the brakes. And you could hit somebody from the back, and that's not going to look good. So be very careful. That's all I'm saying. Be very careful. Please. This could have been worse if I would got hit by a car. Just be careful, please. I'm telling you as a good friend. Okay? God bless.